JMS stands for Java Messaging Service. It provides a facility to create, send and read messages from one application to another application. To implement Java Messaging Service, first configure and run the JBoss server with standalone full configuration. Open Red Hat Code Studio and look at the tab Servers and select the server Red Hat JBoss EP7.1 and double click. It opens the server information. Then click on Runtime Environments. Here you can see the location of JBoss EAP7.1 installed directory. Then change the configuration file standalone.xml to standalone full.xml. So click the browser and choose the standalone full.xml from the installed location of JBoss server EAP 7.1. So it will be installed in the location C:users and the login Windows login directory. Then the directory name is JBoss EAP 7.1. So in local disk users the Windows login directory and then JBoss EAP 7.1, then choose the folder standalone and then configuration. Here you can find standalone full.xml. So select the file standalone full.xml and open. Now the configuration file has been changed from standalone.xml to standalone full.xml. Then finish, save, click on the icon, start the server. Now the server is started with standalone full configuration. Now the server is started. Open the JBoss management console by using this link. Just copy paste it in your browser and provide the credentials to open JBoss management console. Then click on the menu runtime and select standalone server. Then choose subsystems. There you can see the option messaging active enqueue. So click on this option messaging active enqueue and view the details. Then select view. Now it will list out all the available JMS queue metrics. So by default you have two JMS queue metrics, one is expiry queue and another one is DL queue. So these are the J&A information for the messaging active MQ. We can use any one of these available JMS queue metrics for creating JMS service to send and receive messages. Then create a new project in Red Hat Code Studio. Go to File menu, New Maven project, then select Architecture type Quick Start version 1.4. Then apply filter to select Quick Start version 1.4. Select Maven Archetype Quick Start 1.4, then provide details of group ID, artifact ID and package name. Then finish, it creates a directory structure for the architecture type which we selected. Once the build process is completed, then explore the directory structure in the Project Explorer and select the build path src main Java and delete the default package which is created for Quick Start version 1.4. Then convert it into dynamic web application. Select the project root directory, right click and use the option build path, then configure build path. Then select project pagesets, click on convert it to page-setted form. Enable the dynamic web module version 3.1 and change the Java version to 1.8 and select JavaScript and Java Server Pages version 2.2. Then click on further configuration. Enable the checkbox to generate web.xml file and ensure the JSF implementation library type is disable library configuration and the start.jsf pattern is added under URL mapping pattern. Then OK, apply and close. Now the directory structure is converted into to support dynamic web module. Then open the file form.xml, upgrade the Maven compiler and source and target to 1.8. Then add dependencies. Open the website mvnrepository.com and search the dependency for Java server cases. Search like JBoss JSF API and select the Java server cases 2.2 API. Then choose the latest version and copy paste the dependency details to form.xml file. Then find out the dependency for enterprise Java bin. The same website, apply a search like enterprise Java bins. Then click on enterprise Java bin 3.1 API. Select the latest version and copy paste the dependency details to form.xml file. Then add dependencies for Java messaging service. Search as JMS API. Then click on the link JMS API and choose the latest version. Copy paste the dependency details. Then add a dependency for CDI API. CDI stands for context and dependency injection. Search like CDI API. Then click on the link CDI API from the package javax.enterprise. Then choose the latest version and copy paste the dependency details to form.xml file. We added dependencies for Java server pages and enterprise Java bin, Java messaging service and CDI API. Then save the file form.xml and close and update the project by choosing project root directory, right click and use the option Maven update project. Then click OK. Once the project is updated, then we can start implementation of JMS. Then locate the file web.xml in the location src main webinf. Open the file web.xml, open it in source view and change the welcome file index.html as index.jsf. Then remove all other file formats in the welcome file list. Then save the file web.xml and close. Then create index.xhtml file in the directory webf. Right click the directory webf and use the option new xhtml and name the file as index.xhtml. Then implement JMS in the build path src main Java. Create two packages by using the option new package. One is com.controller and another one is com.model. Then implement a JML service in the package com.model. Choose the package com.model, right click and use the option new class to create a new Java class. I named the class as JMS service. Then finish. Now the file is created in the package com.model jms service.java. Open the file jms service.java. Then convert the flying Java class into stateful session bin by adding the annotation stateful. Then add the annotation resource and set the attribute mapped name equal to the JNDI detail for active MQ. Then open JBoss Management Console and choose the menu Runtime. Click on Standalone Servers and select Subsystem and then choose Messaging Active MQ. Click on the button View. Then click on View. It will list out all the available JMS queue metrics. In this, we can use anyone to send and receive messages. I am choosing the DLQ for sending and receiving a message. So copy the JND detail and paste it in the place of mapped name. Then create a queue. So select the interface queue from the package javax.jms and create object as JMS queue. Then inject the JMS context by using the annotation inject JMS context. Find out the interface from the package javax.jms and create object for JMS context. Then create two methods for sending and receiving a message. Then create try catch to handle the exception. Inside the try block, create object for JMS producer. JMS producer initialized by using the object of JMS context. Context dot call the method create producer to create a producer. Then create object for text message interface. Then initialize by using the object of JMS context. Context dot call the method create text message and pass the parameter MSG. The message is passed via the parameter of send message method that will be passed as a parameter to the method create text message. Then use the object of JMS producer and call the method send to send a message to JMS queue. So it needs a two parameter. One is the object of JMS queue and second parameter is the message. If any error occur during the execution of this process, the exception will be handled by the catch block. Then use system.out.println to print the error message on the console. So then create a method to receive a message from JMS. Then create a method to receive a message. Declare a temporary string variable to get a message from the JMS queue. Then create try catch block to handle the exception. Then inside the try block, create object for JMS consumer interface and initialize by using the object of JMS context and call the method create consumer and pass the object of JMS queue as a parameter. Then create object for the text message interface and initialize by applying the type conversion text message and receive message from the consumer object. Consumer object dot call the method receive no wait. Then test the condition. If the object of text message is not equal to null, then we can extract the message from the object. Then message equal to message dot call the method get body to extract the message from the object and convert it into a string. Then close the object of JMS consumer. If any error occur that was handled by the catch block, use system.out.println to display the error message on the console. At the end of the catch block, just return the value of the temporary variable message. So now the model part is completed. We successfully implemented JMS service to send and receive a message. Then create a controller in the package com.controller. Choose the package com.controller and create a new Java class and name the class as JMS controller and convert this plain Java class into a managed bean by adding the annotation managed bean and set attribute name equal to some name we can assign JMS and eager equal to true. Then create two instance variable string message and string response. Then generate get and set methods for these two instance variables. By choosing the file name jmscontroller.java from the project directory structure, right click and use the option source generate getters and setters and select the instance variables. Click on generate button to generate get and set methods. Next, implement two action methods to call the JML service. So first inject the object of JML service class. The class name is JMS service from the package com.model. So object is created by injecting JMS service stateful session bin here. Then create a method for sending a message. Then call the method JMS dot send message and pass the instance variable msg as the parameter. The user message is available in the instance variable declared as msg that will be passed as a parameter to the method send message of JMS service class. And then display the response on the web page by using the instance variable response equal to message sent at we can add the object of date class. Date from the package java.util and call the method toString. Then implement another method to receive a message. Create a temporary variable string message equal to use the object of JMS service and call the method receive message. Then the response is then display the response on the web page as message concatenate with received at concatenate the current date and time. So add the class date from the package java.util.date and call the method toString to convert it to a string. Open the file index.xhtml and design a front end to get message from the user and place two button controls to perform send and receive operation. Then create a form tag h:form. Then we'll get warning error. So place cursor on the warning error to add a namespace. Then click on the link java.sun.com jsf.html. Then close the form tag. Here we can place a control to get message from the user. Input text value equal to the managed bin JMS dot set value for the instance variable message. Then close the paragraph tag and place two button controls for send and receive. h:command button action equal to the managed bin JMS dot call the method send message to perform send message operation and write caption on the button control as send. Then create another button control to receive a message. Command button action equal to managed bin JMS dot call the message receive message and write caption on the button control as receive. Then place the output label to display the message on the web browser. Output label value equal to managed bin class JMS dot response. So now deploy and test the result. Choose the project root directory, right click and use the option run as run on server. Once project is deployed successfully, it opens index.jsf file by default. Then enter some message. So before performing the send and receive operation, open JBoss management console and click on the menu runtime and choose standalone server. Then select subsystem. Then click on messaging active MQ. Then click on view. Here it will list out the available JMS queue metrics. We are using DLQ for sending and receiving a message. So select DLQ. Then return back to Red Hat Code Ready Studio. Now try to send a message. So click on the button send to send a message. So we'll get a response. The message is hi, hello, send at the current date and time. Now open JBoss management console. Click on refresh result. Here you can see that message added. The total number of message count is 1. But still it is not at consumed. It will be in the message queue. Then return back to Red Hat Code Ready Studio and click on the button receive. You will get a response. The message is hello, hi, hello. The message is hi, hello, received at the current date and time. Now return back to JBoss Management Console. Click on the refresh result. The message count value becomes 0. So one message is added into the queue that will be consumed. So now we will test. I will try to add two messages. One is hi, hello. So first message is sent to the message queue. So this is the message sent to the message queue, and then I'm changing the message as hello. Then again I click on send. Now I send totally two messages to the message queue. Now we can verify the same by using JBoss Management Console. Then click on refresh result. Totally three messages are added. Two messages are in the queue, still not yet consumed. Then click on receive. Now we will receive the first message from the queue. Now open JBoss Management Console, click on refresh result, then the message count value reduced by 1, still one message on the queue. So then click on receive. Now you can receive the second message which I sent. It will be received at the current date and time. Then now we can verify from the JBoss Management Console, click on the option refresh result. Now there is no message in the queue. So totally three messages are added and three messages are consumed. This is how we can create a Java messaging service for sending and receiving a message from one application to another application.